Yo, SojuTalk Nation! On this week's episode, we'll be covering Fuego releases from Stray Kids, Nature, Weki Meki, and 17. We'll also be cooking up some spicy news coverage, including Sports Chosun Best of K-Pop in 2020, girl group accomplishments, and big hit developments. So prepare your body, open up that menu, because we serving up fire today. Hit me with that intro. Hey, what's up everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 92, and we're recording on Monday, June 22nd, 2020. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite podcast platform. Sub to the SojuTalk YouTube channel, join the SojuTalk Discord, and be a part of the SojuTalk Nation. Links down below. In terms of announcements, we got some emails and DMs from some members of the SojuTalk Nation this past week. So
You got mail.
all right. So in terms of emails, we got one from Helena and Toya, and in terms of Instagram DMs, we got one from Alam, I believe. Ooh. So thank you, all of you, for your feedback, your love and support, your suggestions. We will take them all into consideration. And if you would also like to have some input on how we run the show, what potentially we cover, feel free to email us, DM us, join the Discord, leave some suggestions anywhere.
Yep.
We're really welcome to them, and we love to hear what you all think. So shout out to everyone in the nation. But we are now at part 1 of SojuTalk episode 92, where we discuss big new releases, take a quick rewind, and hit you with the music show winners. Let's get it. All right, big new releases this week. They're pretty big. We got 4 of them. Yeah. So on June 17th, Wednesday, we had Stray Kids with God's Menu and Nature with Girls. June 18th, Thursday, we had Weki Meki with OOPSY. And today, on June 22nd, Monday, we had 17 with Left and Right. But let's start at the top with Stray Kids, God's Menu. So Stray Kids are from JYP. They debuted back in 2017. And their last 3 songs were On Track, Gone Days, and Levanter, with 2 music show wins so far. This song. Is in my... I think it might be in my top 5 favorite songs of the year right now.
Wow.
It's hype.
Man, it's high.
Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Uri talk talk to talk. Bro. We're just gonna start with that. This, out of all the songs that have been released this year, this one might have gotten me the most hype. Out of all, in terms of just pure hype levels, I'm jamming out to this song. Now, my main criticism of Stray Kids, back when we started this podcast, that some people hold me till still, was that I said that their aggressive style concept didn't really fit them as a group because they were rookies back at that time, right?
Yeah.
They've completely grown into it now, I think, and it feels very authentic and kind of feels appropriate to who they are at this point, 3-4 years into their career. My boy Felix. We're talking about Felix here. That guy has my favorite voice out of all male K-pop artists is Felix, Stray Kids Felix. That sexy low voice, bro. You may have Sungu, bro. I'm on the Felix hype train, fam.
Okay, I mean, he does have a very interesting look, unforgettable, very impressionable with his white. He's the guy with the white hair, right? All slicked back.
Yeah. Right now.
He does have very good presence. I'll give you that.
Yo, shout out to my Australians, because Felix is from Australia.
Yay.
Aussie. Oi. Let's go. This song, though, music video. The camera work was bananas.
The whole Kendrick Lamar thing, right?
Yeah, they do that thing, and then when they do some of the breakdowns, when they I'm not gonna do it. They do angles and the camera turns a little. Too. I was really down for that. There's one guy in this group named Hyunjin. For some reason, in this music video, he has a Yeji thing going on.
The hair.
Something about it. I was watching him on the street at a certain point. I'm like, is this male Yeji? Are they related? that was something I was thinking. I was like, I could get down for that. I do think that the theming was a little bit scattered at some points. The music video theming. They had obviously it's called God's Menu, so restaurant theme I thought was going to be the primary thing, right?
Right.
Same.
They also had a drug lab theme, like Breaking Bad. They had guys in hazmat suits. They had a race car theme.
Yeah.
There was a marching band in the kitchen, and then they had schoolgirls on the racetrack. So
they're They're Nizzy project apparently.
Oh, they were. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
they're
But-
featured.
But like, why were they dressed as high school girls and like not normal crew people?
why are there high school girls on the racetrack?
I know. Is like, are they authorized
guess.
for that? Is that safe? Like, isn't that a health and safety hazard?
It might be.
I know.
But
Wear a
before we-
helmet.
before we get some more opinions, this had the highest spicy ratio on our server. So we have song polls in one of our channels. This one had the highest amount of spicy I think ever. The second one
Okay.
was the Eyes One song, the Secret Story of the Swan. That's a hard name still. Like I just call it the Swan song. That one. But what did you guys think of God's Menu? I want to give it spicy. Boom.
I would second that. I think for me, I really like the beat. I love how it starts and how it ends. Like it wraps up really nicely, and I think it's because it's Changbin, so rapper,
Yep.
starting off with a very iconic voice. I think he has a very distinct voice as well with Felix, and I don't know, it had a really like upbeat vibe from the beginning to the end, and I think it was great. The pre-chorus was also really nice. I also feel like it's very catchy. Like the doo part and the chorus and the choreography, it all works really interesting.
Oh, shape show. That part too.
Yeah. I like how it wraps up really well, and it's quite short. It's under 3 minutes. And I wish it was a little bit longer because
Yes.
it's I don't know.
I have heard that,
It's really hype.
I've heard that opinion that is a little short. Which
Oh,
Anita, you are a little short too, but we still like you, so we like this song.
Hey, isn't that the first time we talked about Anita's height on the show?
I mean, she's a small flower.
Um,
Changbin,
It's
she mentioned Changbin, right?
Yeah,
I
I
want to
did.
give it okay. You remember Changbin back in My Pace? I said
Yes,
that
I
I did not
remember
like
your
his
comment.
voice.
Yeah.
That's been a very spicy take on our server. While I still do not like his verse in My Pace, I think he is doing a controlled aggression these days, which I'm really down for. And for me, something about the My Pace intro, I know some people that's their favorite part is the na 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 that part.
Oh my
God.
For me, it's just a little bit too much, but now I think he is at a level of his aggression where it fits. God's Menu, bananas.
I mean, don't make the conclusion before I speak, you know?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm usually the one guy giving various sides of the opinion, if you will. Well, I kind of want to build off of what you guys said, right? Because I do agree. It's very controlled aggression. It at points in their previous tracks, it felt like the anger was too much, overemphasized rap and whatnot. That's very at a good level here. That the Han, I believe that's his name.
Yes.
I liked this verse a lot. It was very well
Yeah.
controlled, good flow. It was very good flow. Just very.
I like his tone. It's very
It was
nice.
angry, but not too angry. But like it was very acceptable. I was like, I can tell you're angry, but and I enjoy that you're angry. Thank you for being angry, kind of deal. And like normally, I don't like it when K-pop tracks are just loud, because they just drop into the loudness. There's not really good pacing. They spend 3 or 4 minutes being angry and they just call it good. I don't think that's the case here.
Yeah,
I
it was
think-
balanced.
Right, they do a very well balanced job. They do a very good job of flowing in between different dynamics of the song and different emotions. And what works really well is the entire trap production, the trap production. And it's like, it is, the bass is very solid. First of all, the
Yeah.
808s. My goodness, dude, I want this to play in the club because that bass,
Yes.
man, that bass. I think it's unforgettable how good the arrangement and the mixing is. Like it's one of the best I've heard in a long time from K-pop, and that includes all the SM stuff, all the YG stuff, who are usually infamous for being good at mixing and mastering. So this is very great. Of course, they're from JYP too, but like my only complaint at the end of the day is that this is 100% because my first language, my mother tongue is Korean. But the whole restaurant thing in the beginning is a little cringy. Just a little.
I could see that.
I
Like,
can
they
see
call-
it,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not
when
crazy.
they're,
Okay.
when they're saying uri
Yeah,
tang
yeah.
tang ta tang do 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 do, what are they trying to say there? This is our soup.
What's tang?
Yeah.
What was what? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Because okay, for people who don't know, I have a very complicated relationship with soups and tangs and jigaes, where I have a very sensitive mouth and my tongue burns when I drink hot liquids. I'm okay with the references to soup. If soup is going to taste like this song, I'll suffer through it. Let's just put it that way.
Oh.
I'm willing to sacrifice for this song, fam. Okay. Just gonna put that out there. But are you a little confused with those lyrics? Uri tang tang ta tang.
I mean, I wasn't really confused. I just felt like that's just
Cringy.
like, a little bit. And like the whole like, welcome to my restaurant. You can pick anything from our menu because all of it's good. I was like, a little bit, like. And I think that took away a little bit from the experience, as well as my confusion about the music video, where I was like, these high school girls on the tracks, not safe. They need helmets. Like,
Not safe.
it's not. They need helmets. What if they get run over by a car? You don't know that. And because of that, I was a little hesitant. But maybe this could be spicy.
Is that a yes or a maybe? Because there's two totally different things there.
Maybe it could be. Like maybe it could be. Maybe it couldn't. I don't know. I'm okay.
All right.
I'm leaning more towards like let's give it.
Let's give it. Thank you, Warren.
Yay.
So, Stray Kids, God's Menu, Certified Spicy. Let's go. I'm gonna drop a spoiler for season 3.
Oh.
Not a big spoiler. We are in discussions. Nothing confirmed, right? I'm not gonna confirm. I'm gonna say discussion. We are in discussions to have a new system instead of Certified Spicy. That's all I will say. We have been heavily discussing it, and we feel that this new system is probably way better than this one. Let's just say that. It makes a lot more sense. But for now,
In the
Stray
meantime,
Kids, God's Menu, Certified Spicy. Are we good on this one, guys?
Yes.
boom, 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 boom.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. So we got Nature's Girls. So they are from NCH. They debuted back in 2018. Last 3 songs were OOPSY, My Bad, I'm So Pretty, Dream About You, Zero Music Show, and So Far. My main take from this song was that their concepts have been changing a lot lately. So OOPSY, My Bad was a more like electronica song. I'm So Pretty is pretty much bubblegummy, right? So they've been doing a lot of things lately. I will say this is a way better song in my opinion than OOPSY, My Bad, which I did not like. OOPSY, My Bad was that song. OOPSY, my bad, bad,
Oh my
bad,
God.
bad, bad. OOPSY, my bad. Do you remember that one, Warren?
I actually don't.
Okay, good. Just scrub it from your memory. So
Okay.
the issue with that song was that there was such a heavy focus on new member Sohee. I remember that being one of the biggest takes we had. They've kind of improved that. There was a lot of people shown. I think that was great. I really liked... Well, here's my main take, though. I thought that the concepting, visuals, and costuming of the music video was a little better than the actual song. My big issue with the song was that I thought that the energy levels of this song were very, condensed. Meaning, it never, did anything crazy in one direction or another. And I thought that the choices in the production, the beats per minute or whatever, the pacing was very laggy. That was one of the things I felt. Additionally, one of the criticisms we had for OOPSY, My Bad was the choreo. And I still don't think the choreo is that great in this song as well.
I was about to say the same thing. Because the chorus is not like a vocal chorus, right? It's one of those drop choruses. So I was expecting them to go crazy shit, but none of that happened,
That being
I swore.
said,
Oopsie, my bad.
oh my god.
Sorry. Let's move on. I'm sorry.
I do kind of like the direction they're going because this is this was a darker horror-ish theme. This is so for your information, they had an even more mature version of this music video that had to get edited.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I heard there was implied murder or something going on.
Oh,
in
I
the
thought it was
music
kind of
video.
implied with this version.
But I heard it was even darker the first
Wow.
round. So
man.
we don't know what it actually looked like. But I think it wasn't suitable for some television networks, so they had to edit it to this version.
Man, I'm kind of curious
But
now.
what did you guys think of Nature's Girls?
Should I go first, Anita?
Yeah.
Okay. let's begin with the concept because I think that's where you left off. I do enjoy the juxtaposition between like the concept is like I'm a girl. They're literally saying "어린애" over and over again, which means little kid. The chorus is them saying little kid over and over again. And I went in thinking like why would they name a song Little Kid? But like I can see how they like made it ironic that like it's a little kid, but like it's like so dark, and I thought that was really cool. That's not something that's done often. The production in specific is, it's not really Moombathon. It's not really any of that reggaeton. It leans more towards like a dance hall kind of production.
I thought like tropical for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
I
little
see
bit
what
of,
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, the tropical's in there too. I think the official press release said something along the something along tropicalness.
Yeah.
I can see that. And songs that lean away from Moombathon within with this kind of spectrum has been kind of rare, to be honest, because whenever they do an Afro House inspired song, it's always been like Moombathon, tropical house. This strays away from that, and I really like that. Nobody does it. It's a full genre. It's kind of popular. Nobody's been doing it. I dig that, like. That being said, near the end of the song, what was really notable was that the brass starts kicking into the after the second chorus, and that I thought that was something I just had to say because that was done really well. It's just perfectly mixed in. It's not too much. It's not too little. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Thanos.
That's big. That's big from you because you're oftentimes make comments about bad brass. Right?
Yeah, so I know. This is how you use good brass. They did it even better than Stray Kids. I'll even say that.
Nature's kind of in a weird spot. Oh no, keep going, Warren.
I had one more thing. Sorry.
Go.
About their lyrics again.
Okay.
Oh.
Cause I had to double take because they said something along the lines.
I know what you're gonna say.
Hot like chili.
Yeah, make me so silly.
Yeah. That kind of broke the experience for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Hot like chili.
I was like, yeah, I mean, like, y'all dark little kids doing dark stuff, and then hot like chili. You're back to being a little kid again.
That last statement was
runs.
kind of weird. It was a kind of weird statement. Keep going. So lyrics. I'm okay with kind of not good lyrics, but I can see why that would take you out of the song, right?
Yeah, it took me out a little bit too.
Yeah, it's like one thing if it's bad, whatever, but like if it like breaks the enjoyment, if you will. If it like if I notice that I'm like doing like a what did they just say? That's kind of
I need to hit us with your overall impressions of this song.
It's kind of the same thing that Warren was saying. Well, as far as like the concept, I really thought it was interesting how they did their styling because they did like a lot of, I guess, like baby doll dresses, but like in a very dark concept, which was really cool. And as you guys mentioned, like the NB does carry like a very mysterious vibe, but maybe with the editing, it kind of became less like specifically horror and just a little like creepy. Like, I don't know, there's some stuff that's a little odd, right? And it makes you like really pay attention, which I thought was cool. And there is that juxtaposition of the instrumental, which is kind of like Warren mentioned, like pretty bright, like dancey kind of, but what you're watching is kind of gruesome. Like there's some, I guess, like you could guess it's like blood. I don't know. It's very interesting, the music video.
Tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce. But yeah, I also wrote down that line. I think it's at the end of the chorus where they say like, make me silly, hot like chili. It did take me out a little bit. But overall, I thought it was a very interesting song. I think the most interesting out of the ones that we covered so far because I didn't expect it. And the combination of all things was pretty interesting, how it all came together.
One more. Sorry, before we wrap up the whole conversation about the lyrics, like I just want to note that like I looked up the lyrics and it's not like hot like chili as in like edible chilies.
Oh.
It's like hot like chili as in like, oh, it's a little chilly here, guys. It's a little cold kind of chilly.
That doesn't even make sense then.
I know it doesn't make any sense. Okay. So I'm sorry for breaking you again, Doug, but go on.
To wrap up, it's like Nature. They are trying to get into the mid tier. I think that's a fair statement, right? They're trying to break through. We'll have to see what happens. They have been bearing it up lately with their releases, so we'll have to see if that is working for them or not. But the next song, so this one was released on June 18th, Thursday, with Weki Meki's OOPSY. They are from Fantagio, debuted back in 2017. Last three songs, they kind of broke their trend of having 2-word titles: Dazzle Dazzle, Tiki Taka, Picky Picky. The song this week is OOPSY. I wish it was like Oopsie Oopsie or something. So it's Zero Music Showin so far. Oopsie. Officially, I think that Weki Meki has won the Produce Season 1 Hunger Games for girl groups.
Whoa.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It was between them, Pristin, and Gugudan, I would say. And maybe Daya you could include in that.
We're excluding Chungha and Cosmic Girls.
Yes, because they were pretty... Well, Chungha's a solo artist. Cosmic Girls was kind of established beforehand.
Yeah.
I know Daya was technically too, but they were kind of Nugu-ish back then, so... Weki Meki's definitely doing the best out of all of them, right? That's straight up. I think this is Weki Meki's best song by a long shot.
I agree.
Wow.
I agree.
I don't know if I would give this certified spicy, but I think there is a opening for a discussion about it. That's how highly I think of this song. The main criticism of Weki Meki in the past has been their dual hard carries of Yoojung and Doyeon, whether that's like because it seemed like Fantagio were really just pushing the Produce kids, right? That was well, specifically the IOI kids. The line distribution was extremely fair this time, I think. I'm really happy for that. Happy for them and for their fans. The blue outfits, I really enjoyed them throughout
The
the
whole
music video.
palette was so clean and chic, very
clean.
nice.
I
All
think
the
this
styling.
is how you do a music video that doesn't have an extreme budget. Because I don't think this music video had the largest budget, but it was hard to tell.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
nice, elegant.
Yeah. All right, what do you guys think of OOPSY?
I 100% agree with what you said, Doug. I definitely feel like this is my favorite song from them so far. And along with the comment about the music video, I don't know. I really love the palette, the styling, makeup, everything. Everything I thought worked really, really well. And I feel like everybody received the right amount of focus, I guess. I don't know. I felt like it wasn't as obvious as in the beginning, maybe, of when the group was starting off, that they were focusing on the produced people. I don't know. I feel like everybody had a good amount of camera time. And it felt nice. I think it was very, very nice. For me, the intro, when I first heard this song, it reminded me a lot of, what is it, Sucker? With Jonas Brothers. Where it's like
That's
this
a
bass,
reference.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, the bass.
I
and like
I
the
don't know that
whistle.
reference off the top of my head, to be honest.
Yeah. If you listen to it, maybe you would get it. But it switches pretty quickly when it gets to the pre-chorus and the chorus, and that's when the song kind of grabbed me. Honestly, that's when I really felt like, oh, this sounds really, really good when it hits that part. Because in the beginning, I did think like, oh, this sounds kind of like something I've heard before, Sucker. But I don't know. Moving on from the pre-chorus onward, I definitely feel like it improved and it had like its own sound too. So I don't know. I really enjoyed the song. I hope they can continue going in this route because that would be great.
What about you, Spice Lord Warren?
I know. I think I generally agree with you guys. Although my opinions are a little more polarizing, I guess, because I don't think this is their best song. I do like it. I do like it, and I will say this is one of my favorites from them. But kind of going off of what you said, Anita, how the song, once you hit the pre-chorus, with the synth stacks kicking in, it hits a different note, and then it starts kind of running, if you will.
Yeah,
you know?
it picks up.
Yeah, up until that point, they're doing a little like a little bit of a walk.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, whoa, here we go. At that point, I'm on board. But up until that point, I was a little bored. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That is very fair. I agree with that.
That felt very lacking to the point where I was like that happens twice throughout the song, right?
That
like,
chorus though is really catchy.
Oh, the chorus is great.
The chorus is
pre-chorus
great.
is wonderful. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, I think the most notable thing about this song is that now that this song is here,
Mhm.
we have a Weki Meki persona.
Yes.
I think that is established. Up until this point, to me personally, I guess this might be totally a personal thing. Up until this point, if someone said Weki Meki, I was like, oh my god, I don't like your girlfriend. That group. Like, that's what I kept thinking. Yeah, that was erasably so bad. To me. And like, I remember a couple hot takes ago, our argument was, or our hot take was, it's better to have a bad song than a good song. And I was like,
memorable. Yeah, memorable.
right. And this song is like, so that song to me was so bad in such memorable ways that it had a lasting effect. I think at this point, I can totally say that is gone for me as a non-fan,
okay.
completely gone. With Dazzle Dazzle, Piki Piki, Tiki Taka, they have established a sort of a character.
People call it like their songs sound mischievous. That's what a lot of people call it.
Mischievous, kind of
Right?
sassy, but like playful.
Sassy, right?
Yeah.
I agree with whoever thought of that. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah,
Right? Mischievous
yeah.
sounding. I like that.
Mischievous. They're like
And they finally, I agree with you that they definitely have a direction now. It's working. I would say they're 100% mid tier now, and we'll see where it goes from here. But shout out to them because they are progressing a lot better than we had expected back in the beginning. We thought that Gugudan, or we thought Priston or Gugudan was gonna win the battle.
Yeah.
Weki Meki though, surprise winner. So shout out to Weki Meki, they're doing
Underdog.
great.
Oh, by the way, I have a
Oh.
new bias in this group.
Oh.
Who?
It used to be Yuding, Cheuzong.
Who is it now?
But that girl with really big eyes.
Which girl?
She
I
has
know who you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about, right? She has easily the biggest eyes.
She's a vocalist. A
Ji
vocalist.
Suyun. That's her name. She's
Suyun,
the main
Suyun.
vocalist. She's the leader.
Oh, this one.
pretty.
Okay. I know. who she is.
Yeah. Big eyes, right? Yeah.
Like her
Yeah.
hair. It's very good styling.
Same. Very, very good styling for everybody. Like Yuzong's hair
Yeah.
too. She's still my second favorite. So I'm
Also,
like,
Doyeon's visuals are top
Yeah.
tier.
her in those
Model.
blazers.
Let's move on to the last song. So today on June 22nd, Monday, we got 17s left and right. They are from Pledis. Debuted in 2015. Last three songs, which were all bangers: Fear, Hit, Home. 30 music showing so far. For reference, they sold 463,000 copies. I think it's called Hengare. I don't know if I'm butchering that. At the start of this recording on Hanteo in the first 24 hours, which puts them fourth all time for all K-pop albums in the first 24 hours.
Wow.
The other ones on that list, some big players. So the first two are Map of the Soul 7, Map of the Soul Persona. They're in the millions. Baekhyun's at 626,000 in third place. This one right here, 17's Hangare, is at 455,000. It's still counting for the first day, so it's not the complete number. They're in fourth place. Fifth place is BTS's Love Yourself, Her, at 450,000. So this is the fourth best-selling album in the first 24 hours on Hanteo all time now.
That's crazy.
All right. If you are a younger K-pop fan, you might not know this reference. Please go listen to, who is it by? Let me find the artist to make this.
It's by the name in the title.
Oh, it's by Cupid. Okay. Go
Yes.
listen to Cupid's Cupid Shuffle and then listen to 17's Left and Right. That is the first thing I want to point out there.
First assignment.
There are clear similarities, right? That is the best way to put it. Now, I know a couple weeks ago, specifically with the One We song, we talked about how it was similar to past songs, right?
Yeah.
I don't think inherently being similar to past songs is a bad thing at all.
No.
Yeah. No, it's not.
I think it is fair to make comparison because honestly, it's like so many songs get released, things are bound to sound like other songs. For instance, a lot of IZ*ONE songs sound like other IZ*ONE songs, but I still like them, right? That's a thing. My issue with this song, though, is that I flat out just am not a huge fan of the chorus.
Oh.
Just gonna throw that out there.
What about the chorus is it that's not selling it to you?
This might be a take, but I feel that the decision was made to try to release a song to go viral, and I think it's fairly evident.
You mean on like TikTok?
TikTok.
Not.
Tic-tac.
Now, I do find the song very catchy. I think that's a good thing,
Yeah.
but I find it so catchy that I find it a little bit repetitive. Left end, right?
Yeah.
Left end,
yeah.
right?
It does remind me of like late 2000s kind of K-pop where like the choruses are like Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, like that thing. Like.
So some people were saying this is reminiscent of older 17 stuff, which I kind of agree with that. I could see the older flavor in there. For me, though, I really like all of this song before, like, minus the chorus. I think the rest of the song is great. I thought the build-up was awesome. Like, they're building up, they're getting hype, and then all of a sudden it's like, Cupid Shuffle time. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe that's where I'm falling off on this one. I might be too caught up in their 2019 trilogy of Fear, Hidden Home because I thought all of those were like extremely high level K-pop songs, and the expectation with 17 is they are undoubtedly the number 2 act in K-pop right now, right behind BTS, boy group specifically.
Right.
Some might even say in terms of everything, right? So they are at least number 2 boy group in all of K-pop. I think that's a fair statement. My expectations are obviously sky high then, right? I'm expecting a lot. Who knows? This might end up to be the next Any song where this is like another viral sensation. There's actually a decent probability of that happening. But similar, actually, Zico's is different because it was more viral because of the dance. I think this one's also gonna maybe come viral because of the dance, but this one is just so repetitive for me. The chorus,
it's catchy.
I don't know. What about you guys?
I think. Since you're talking about the choreo, I definitely feel like there are aspects of the choreo that are so easy to grab onto, like very like recognizable and not hard to replicate. So I see where the argument might be of like this is trying to be a viral song, something that is easy to replicate and can be spread on a platform like TikTok. Having said that, I do feel like it is pretty fun. It complements the song very well.
It's very fun though.
It's chill. Sure. It's and it's not bad, but I also agree that I kind of was hoping that it would be, since this is the title track, that it would be more of a upbeat, more, I guess, intense choreo and like chorus going on as in their previous releases, like Fear, Hit, because I feel like they're really good. I feel like that's
17 is one of the best dancing groups. They have so many members and they are so clean with their dancing that's one of the main attractions for me with 17.
Yep. I definitely agree. Yeah. They work well with their numbers, and I think sometimes it's hard with big groups. So yeah, I do agree. For me, the MV was so weird because I felt like it was meant to be very fun, and what they were doing in the music video was very relaxed, like not very, I guess, too choreographed. Like it was very free. But the lighting was like very cloudy. Like the setting was cloudy, and like they're in like a construction site or something.
There's a
very
SpaceX
empty.
Launch at the end.
Yeah. They launch a car. And I don't know, it threw me off because I feel like the song is meant to be like very happy, like a very relaxed vibe, but the lighting felt like a little weird to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it bothered me a little because I would have expected it to be brighter, I don't know, sunnier. And
it felt very unsaturated in terms of color.
Yes, like very muted.
Lots of great hue tones.
Yeah, it was interesting. I also heard the Cupid Shuffle reference that Doug was mentioning.
Me too.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like it's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess, if you can recognize it. Because I mean, personally, I don't mind the Cupid Shuffle. I think it's fun. But I guess if you see it as like, oh, this is kind of repetitive, this is not really like too dynamic, it might become a little boring. I don't know. I guess
Can
it
I make
depends.
a take?
Sure.
I would have found this way more palatable if this was a B-side music video.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because 17 is one of the premier acts of K-pop, right?
Right.
I'm just expecting like a premier, high level, something groundbreaking, right? Now I get that it's a very interesting move, right? I honestly I applaud them for this is a risk, I would say, right? Because it's a very not traditional K-pop sound, right? I just expect my title tracks at this point from the big groups to be title track, like summer blockbuster movies. Do you know what I mean? Like they're gonna spend a ton of money, do something groundbreaking, and then if they had, like, let's say they had a main music video, something traditionally 17. It could be also like a happier theme. The whole album could be a positive summer vibe, right? I would be fine with that. And then they do a B track like a week or two later. That's like the viral song. I think that would have been a cool strategy. I know they've been releasing B-side music videos though, so
They did, yeah.
What about you, Aaron? Overall
It
impressions?
kind of reminds me of what BTS did with what's whoa.
Boy with Love.
Boy with
Yeah,
Love?
Boy with Love. Yeah, sorry. It kind of reminds me of Boy with Love because it felt like something that would happen in earlier on in their careers. When what was really notable with Boy with Love was that yes, they were doing something that would be found in earlier in a person's discography, but at the same time they were taking some adventurous moves. They had Halsey on the thing, you know, like it was kind of crazy. This on the other hand, this kind of didn't feel like it did that. And it just really felt like it was recycling their previous themes. You know, yes, you know what I like that they're doing what they're good at. That's kind of what I got from this track. They're doing what they have already established in the past before the 2019 trilogy that you mentioned, Doug. And I like that. But like it kind of also felt like a cheap skate out. You know, like come on. That being said, it does kind of lay in the gray area between plagiarism and is it a reference or is it's not a sampled song. It's just one of those where it's in the gray area and whatever they claim is gonna be the answer. But at the end, it does have an uncanny.
I don't think there's
resemblance.
been any concern yet about that though.
Good, because it shouldn't be. Good,
Yeah.
there shouldn't be. I was
definitely
worried that there would be.
No, it's definitely its own thing, but
Yeah. That being said, I can't. And I have to apologize for this, but I don't have that much more to say about the song. Because, and I was talking about this before we recorded, but the way the song is made is like so distracting, if you guys know what I mean. Like, it's kind of difficult to focus on what's going on in the song because the entire mix is very distracting. The entire instrumental is taking away from the people's voices. And if you go back to the song, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the entire instrumental is very wide. And what that means is that it's very stereo. Almost to the point where there's no central voice, and the entire instrumental is like just like too stereo to the point where it's like distracting. And then there's this one sound. There's this one this one muted, high filtered pluck cowbell sound that is repeated throughout the entire song. And once you hear it,
it's the thing that makes Cupid Shuffle sound like Cupid Shuffle. Is it the similar sound effect?
I don't quite remember Cupid Shuffle too well enough because I've only heard it 4 times each year in high school.
Yep.
But if you listen to the song, every third measure it goes bump bump bump.
Oh
bump.
no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay. There's this one muted cowbell sound, one bang bang kind of sound every 4 measures, and it once you hear it, it's incredibly difficult to get out of it, and the whole thing is very left leaning. Again, it's very wide, and then the music video doesn't feel very grounded. There's a lot of things that are distracting me from the song to the point where I'm like, I don't know, I can't focus. And I've tried listening to it. I've tried watching the music video about 12 times at this point. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I find the song fine. I find it like
Yeah, same.
I like the song. I find it catchy. I think it's great. I think it drags on a little, but my main issue is like the lack of depth in this song.
That comes because of the lack of actual centralized bass. The bass is stereo. Who does that? Why would you do that?
I mean, I'm sure. Obviously, the song's gonna do well, right?
Of course, I expect it to do well.
And who knows? In a couple of weeks, this might be the most viral thing, and you could just laugh at us, right?
Yeah.
But
I hope
these
it
are
does.
just-
I hope they do well with this. If that is their
especially if this
objective.
is their objective, because it really feels to me like this is the objective. Because we know 17 as the dance, one of the dance kings in K-pop, and they made the decision to do a very viral-ish dance, right? That everyone can imitate.
Viral. Yeah.
I hope it does go viral. Actually, we could have the second any song, essentially. But I know it's not the most positive review of 17's Left and Right, but it's our honest opinions on it. So
We might go into it.
Yeah, we definitely might.
I'm sure I was saying a lot of jargon that like a lot of people don't understand, but like if you go listen to the song and pay attention to what I was saying, it's unforgettable. It's very wide. That's what it is called. It's very wide.
Okay, but other songs released this week include Baekhyun's "Looking for Love," Wavy. They released the Korean version of "Turn Back the
Yes.
Time." Former Boat Bygone 4 member Ujiun released "Island," and then IU's "Into the Island," which is the theme song for the Island show. That also came out, and the show begins on June 26th.
Oh,
Okay.
Golden Child also came back today.
That song came out at midnight Korea time. We're covering it next week, Warren.
Oh, I apologize.
So you're a little ahead of yourself because that is considered for Tuesday.
I was
so-
excited for my fellow Woolen people. That's what it is. I'm sorry.
But we are now at a quick rewind. So back on episode 89, we reviewed Monsta X's Fantasia, One We's End of Spring, and Twice's More and More. Okay. Fantasia for me honestly had little sticking power. One We's End of Spring, I listened to it a couple times. Twice More and More is very... I still don't know how I feel about this.
Really?
You guys could go first. Let me think about it some more.
For well, specifically referencing Twice, I think I kind of appreciate the song more now. More and more.
Because
yeah, especially the chorus. I think back when we reviewed it, I kind of felt like the chorus was a little off because it was purely instrumental and choreo. They didn't really have like a catchphrase or something that went along with it. And it felt a little odd because Twice usually has something in the chorus that makes it like the key point of the song. But I grew to like it. I feel like the choreography, the instrumental fits the vibe they were going for, like very summery, tropical. I don't know. It fits the season as well. So I've grown to like this song more and more. Yes.
I will say, I noticed that I was doing the following. You know, like, I'm sure whoever listens to Spotify on our podcast knows this, but like when you log onto Spotify, it gives you like suggestions based on what you've been listening to recently. And like, you know, Twice made its way there. You know, like More and More was there, and I was looking at it in the morning before I shower. You know, because I was like, this is Twice. I usually like Twice songs. I should give it another listen.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I was doing it over and over and over and over again. And each time I was still like, I should probably listen to it one more time to make sure I'm not crazy.
No, I agree with
more
you.
and more.
I listened to it just to figure out if I actually really like this song or not. I'm so confused. The difference is with like
fair.
a Fancy or a Feel Special, I instantly knew that these were the songs, right? I was like, bro. This song is one of the most confusing Twice songs in a good way, where I'm listening to it very often to try to form an opinion, but I'm still have no clue what I think about this song. I'm like, but do you have something else to say, Warren?
Oh no, I was hoping you would move on to the oldie of the week.
Okay, so the K-pop oldie of the week is G-Dragon's Heartbreaker from 2009.
Maha Breaker.
That was that was off key, but
I'm sorry.
This is one of those groundbreaking songs that was like,
The hair.
it was very confusing when you
outfits.
first listened to it. You were like, what the hell is this? But then you were like, it's kind of fire, yo.
I remember. I have a very distinct memory about this song where I remember I was walking to middle school. I was in my school uniform. I was walking to middle school. You know, that's what you do in Korea. We don't got no buses. You walk to school. And I met up with my friend, you know, because he lives nearby. And I knew he was a big VIP. I knew he was a Big Bang fan. And he was like, yo, Warren, did you check this out? This new G-Dragon joint. And I was like, no, I haven't, you know. And we listened to it on the way to school. And I was like, well, this is a new world.
It was groundbreaking at the time.
It was groundbreaking. I almost got ran over by a car. That's how engulfing it was.
Also, people were imitating the dance all over the place back in the day.
The
It was a very
dance.
iconic dance.
Yep.
That being said, there was a fair bit of controversy because there was a whole plagiarism thing with the Flo Rida thing.
Yes, I remember that.
Ah.
Round.
In hindsight, that was stupid.
That was really dumb.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
That was
in
a
hindsight.
stretch. Let's just say that. But
Yeah, it was a big stretch.
but we're finally at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
All right, so the two big winners for this past week were Cosmic Girls and Twice.
Hey.
So for the show on Tuesday and EP Countdown on Thursday, Cosmic Girls Butterfly won, so they're up to 2 wins so far for this comeback.
Nice.
And then for Wednesday on Show Champion, Friday Music Bank, Saturday Show Music Core, and Sunday on Inkigayo, Twice's More and More won. So they're up to 9 total wins so far for this
man.
comeback.
That's a lot of wins, but
That's a lot
we
of
are
wins.
now at the end of part 1 of SojuTalk episode 92. If you're listening to the audio version, sit tight, and if you're on YouTube, head over to the episode 92 part 2 video. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.